Right then, let's get cracking on this Highland scene. So just going to start off with a bit of water, as usual, as per usual. It's just whacking some raw sienna, just to give it a bit of background flavour. A little bit of yellow in there as well. Not thinking about it too much, just whacking it in. A bit of alizarin crimson. And then what I'll do is, if it starts drying out, I'll just get the spray gun on it, the mister. Some nice big reds there, a bit of red reflected down below. I'm going into just dipping the tips in just to bring the hairs together. In fact, let's clean the brush before it gets too mucky. Bit of ultramarine. Push a bit in from this side as well. Going back into that. A bit more crimson-y. Bit of blue, darken it with a bit of blue. Let's get a bit of that ultramarine reflection down below, down towards the horizon. Should have done that right at the start, really. Now what I'm going to do is take a bit of those colours and start putting in these distant mountains. So the distant mountains, I'm thinking quick spray just to soften them all off. Yeah, maybe some big ones over there. So that's like the first light layer. Then what I'm going to do is take a bit of tissue and I'm just start playing around with this a little bit. Just soften it off. Just give it that misty look. Just soften it off. Something like that. So just grab a bit of tissue and it just let's get that flat against the board. A light, very light spray, just to get everything nice and blended and mixed together. And I'm going a little bit stronger, taking the odd dollop of this and dollop of that, and this time sort of doing something whoops. That was just a quick just level that off a little bit. So what I might do, I'll just take this flat brush you can do this with a hake as well, but just for the sake of variety. Just gives it a nice sharp edge on the water. But you just need to make sure it's parallel with the bottom. What I might do is just take a little bit of that colour and just have something a little bit further away. Just go a little bigger with the mountains. Something big over there as well. Yeah, I should have done this before I started faffing around with the waterline. I've gone in too fast with the waterline, so I'm going to have to redo that in a minute. I'll do. Just like a misty look over there. And this time I'm going to do the waterline with the height brush. Seem a little bit easier. Right, let's get this flat. Just want a bit more colour in there really. Just want to give it a bit more oomph. Just a quick spray. Let's get a few like yellows or something, get some light colours in there. I'm doing everything back to front. Just get some yellows in. Don't forget those reflections. Crimsons. Yellow and crimson, some nice colour. A little bit of blue, just add a little bit of dark section. Good touch of water. Something going on over here as well. Let the paint drip as far as, see if you can control those drips, or do they need controlling? How about some and those clouds have gone into the play around with some of this a little bit. And did all that actually achieve anything? I honestly don't know, if I'm honest with you. But I am going to go back in where I started with a few yellows. Brush them in, bring them down to the bottom. Bit of crimson. A little bit of blue in there as well. have a quick play with this, a little hake. Just play around with some of this. Right, now let's get a good definition with this little brush. Scrape a few mountains in now, I think. Right, what can I get out of this now? Let's see what we can get on this side now. So we just start with a very, very big. Let's get even bigger, I think. Really big on that side. Land. No, I don't want to do that scraping because I've got scraping behind it. I want to. That's a bit too much. Painted over a bit more than I was intending to there. just mark. And just take a rigger brush now and put a few more other marks in, different types of marks, just to see what we can end up with. A few random marks in the foreground. Let's give that a quick dry. And then all I want is just to try and tie it all together. I just want a little boat on in the distance, just sailing off. So I'm just going to use a damp rigger brush, and I just want it down here somewhere. Just a little triangular shape, just wet a triangle shape. And just dab it with a tissue. And then we've just got a little yacht then, just sailing off into the distance. What I'm going to do, it's just getting a bit confused with this thing here. I'm just going to darken that there, and that as well. I'm going to call that one done. I'm just going to sign it in this corner. And call that one finished. So let's stick a mount on that and see what it looks like. So here's our finished painting, all framed up. So if we're going to have a closer look at it, you can see the sky. I've just tried to get it as loose as I possibly could. I find that the easiest way I can do that is to paint as fast as I can, not really to think about it too much, just try and paint by instinct is what I try and do. The yellow there suggesting a sunrise or a sunset even, reflected into the water, and then you can see I've changed it several times, the sort of landscape. Eventually went with these big cliffs in the foreground. You can just imagine someone base jumping off that and then coming down. You've got the distant ones, and then again more lower cliffs down below. Bit of scraping, bit of painting over, just give the effect of light just catching the edges of these cliffs. A little bit of scraping on this side as well. Again, got the catching the light on the left hand side and the shadows on the right. And then you can see where I've just done the little yacht there, just basically painted like, just wet a triangular shape and then just took it off with a tissue. Now down into the foreground, you see I switched to the rigger brush to try and create some more random lines. Different brush, completely different type of brush, so you're going to get different marks on the paper. I don't know what they are, just little fence posts or whatever. They could be absolutely anything, but it just a contrast to the background. So that was today's sort of slapdash 100-mile-an-hour painting. Sometimes they come off, sometimes they're not so successful. I'll let you be the judge of this one. Do please consider joining me at on my Patreon channel at patreon.com/Stephen Cronin. If you get the chance, you're very much appreciated over there. It is my main source of income, that would be great if you could make that. But in the meantime, don't forget to keep practicing. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll see you again soon.